Bored, bored, bored.
Maybe if you actually did some work?
Well, pleasure doing business with you. Yummy. Keep up the great work, everyone.
This just isn't the apocalypse I'd hoped for.
Get out of here.
What did I do?
You're no use to anyone when you're like this. Go kill something.
Please don't. My plumbing's backed up enough without another meal of pickled deer meat.
Dandelion root, that'll grease you right up.
Listen.
That's appealing.
It's completely natural and totally safe.
Behind me! Behind me!
Ow, this is exactly the kind of threat that I've been warning you about. I didn't even hear these guys until Randy started screaming like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Hey!
And now, here we are, just out like sitting duck!
What are you so scared of? It's two guys.
One. And I'm not scared of him, I'm scared of what he represents.
It's okay. You're safe now.
Those guys actually seem sort of badass. Where do you think they came from?
More importantly, where's your entourage? I thought you never leave home without them.
It's complicated.
More importantly, who's got some duct tape?
Let me see that. Oh, for God's sake.
What is it?
Right, that is it. No more stalling. That is the second time we've seen that brand.
I don't think these guys will be reporting back.
Meet me at the pond at dusk. If you're not there, goodbye.
Are you okay?
My water just broke.
18 months ago, the social and technological infrastructure that propped up our hobbling civilization collapsed. Finally.
Would you put me down now?
Breathe.
What do you mean, breathe? Could she forget to do that? Breathe, Georgia Ann!
Have you had any contractions? Contractions, check.
Don't be scared. Your miraculous birth.
Where are we staging this?
We'll figure that out.
Figure it out.
You didn't see this coming?
She's 2 weeks premature.
She's as big as a house. No offense. Didn't you prepare a kit or a workflow or anything?
Oh, of course, I'm the one that's supposed to plan this. Because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to be some sort of authority on childbirth.
You said you were a licensed midwife.
I am. You don't need to worry about a thing. When you're done embarrassing yourself with your outdated gender bias, maybe you could make yourself useful and boil some water.
How long does this generally take? Ballpark.
Come on. Let's sit down.
On the couch?
Oh, Virgil, be a dear. Bring the surgical table. Oh, we don't have one? Then I guess we'll have to do it on the couch.
Excuse me for not taking quality communal upholstery for granted. Be sure to sit on Ruth's side.
Virgil, give me your shirt.
Ew! Hey, this is my good shirt. Look, I don't know how hard it is to get baby goop off cotton, but I'm gonna go.
Firewood. Firewood. That's better. Now we have a more nurturing energy in the room.
Time for a quick benediction.
Arthur? You're just gonna wander around unarmed after what just happened in the garden?
Oh, I need both hands for my wood.
If I hadn't been there, you would have lost your head. Not that you ever use it.
Thanks.
You need to start taking defense of these people more seriously.
Just because I enjoy my work does not mean...
And what is up with that stupid bat? You carry it around everywhere, but you never use the damn thing.
I would, if it was serious.
How dead do they have to want us for it to qualify as serious? Is it a grading system you use? Because it seems kind of pass-fail to me.
All right, listen, Coach. I have been shot 8 times. 8. Twice just by Arthur. I don't see anybody else signing up for that duty.
Look, I'm not doubting your commitment, but do you have to be so...
Awesome. Unstoppable. Sextacular.
Stupid?
Yes?
No. Look, I'm not asking you to be Stephen Hawking.
Well, that's good, because I can't imagine that guy defending the camp. Drop your weapon. No, wait. Drop your weapon.
Virgil!
Cat! Relax. If I ever come upon somebody who's more badass than me, all I'm saying is, I got tricks in my bag.
Yeah, like what?
Like you. You're a sympathy puker.
No, I'm not.
Oh yeah. Saw it after Bob's.
Stop it. It's not funny. Oh.
See? Mad tricks.
Pull me down. Idiot. And put on a shirt.
Do we have an ETD?
The child controls the schedule.
You don't put your foot down now, that kid will walk all over you.
When you pee, do you aim at things?
Yeah.
Of course.
Me too. On 3. Boy or girl. 1, 2, 3.
Boy. You're outvoted.
Not sure it works that way.
It's time. Well, come on. Ready to push? The baby's crowned.
Literally?
Where's Kat?
Not far.
Wait, women used to die in childbirth, didn't they?
Before the 1900s, they all lived, amazingly.
Okay, I'm not going to though, right?
No, you're going to be fine. Now you need to push.
Wait, you have to know about the Brent, in case...
Push!
Ow! Ow!
Ah! Ah!
Okay, relax. This is a very eager baby. We're not going to be here long.
So like 5 minutes, 10?
Those guys that were here, that's simple.
It's time to push again, honey.
That mark, the arrow and spear between upright columns. It's the symbol of someone I knew once. A bad someone. He would say it means progress and stability, something we're all longing for. It doesn't. The 2 men who came, they didn't want to kill us. They wanted to take us. They're after slaves.
Are there many of them?
Well, there's just one thing to do, isn't there? Yes, there is. And we're gonna do it. You and me, okay?
Yep. I am getting the hang of this.
Arthur? How are you?
Bob, hello.
Off on a hike?
Just wanted to ask a quick question.
Anything.
You haven't seen Kat recently, have you?
No, she's a bit too sneaky for me, I'm afraid. She could be living in my kitchen pantry and I'm sure I'd have no idea. What?
Okay, well, let me know if you see her.
Wait, how is everyone?
Oh, fine.
And how's baby cooking?
You know, you really should limit the culinary metaphors.
Yes, maybe a bit unsettling, but among friends. Anyway, how's Georgia Ann?
She had the baby. Boy, everybody's fine.
What? What? And this is the first I've heard of it? Good Lord, what kind of a neighbor am I? What's his name?
No name yet. Georgia Ann, she can't decide what he looks like.
What does he look like to you?
A potato.
Okay, here's how. A proper baby shower, hosted by yours truly. Just give me a week or so to get everything arranged.
Okay, sounds like fun.
Let everybody at home know, okay? Arthur?
Yes, of course.
Where have you been?
On a hike.
Yeah, look, it's been a week. I don't think she's coming back.
I was just out walking.
We always knew she wouldn't be around forever.
Yes, I know that.
Arthur, I'm sorry.
For what?
Never mind. Oh, when you go inside, ask Georgia Ann about the bloodthirsty slaver horde.
The what now? Oh, how many are there?
I don't know. A lot.
It's okay. I put up another head.
And that's worked so well for us in the past.
Can't hurt.
They haven't found us yet.
Yes, they have. We've just been lucky enough to catch them. But if we miss one and he reports back, we're in big trouble.
How do you know all of this?
I had a run-in with them right after the fall. They weren't really organized yet, so it was easy to get away, but I could tell where they were headed.
We need to double down on the castle. Fortify even more. Jeff still owes us that sheet metal for not turning him into fertilizer.
It's going to take more than a couple severed heads and some sheet metal.
I was thinking about welding some nails into my bat.
There you go.
Look, what we really need is
divine might.
What the hell are you doing up there?
Every fighting force needs a chaplain to inspire courage, to etc. And who's better qualified?
I thought we agreed he was limited to one visit a week.
You haven't told him?
Randy, come down here a second, okay? Bear with me. Arthur, I've been thinking about this a lot.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
And since the baby is a lot of work, and Randy is his father, we were thinking maybe he could move in.
And why not? The child's soul needs constant attention to ready him for his holy mission.
Do you still have that slave guy's number? Because I'm going to volunteer.
Plus, Randy has followers, lots of them, who might come in handy if we're attacked.
Wait, what?
Mutual benefit, right? You get to Biblize the baby or whatever, and we get soldiers.
This will be way more trouble than it's worth.
Agreed, way more trouble.
What?
You don't want the church. Very demanding. They're all, bless me this, and that psoriasis you cured came back that. Anyway, Georgia Ann and I have agreed that it's best for the child that I live here, so that's that.
Oh, really?
Where are the church members anyway?
Around?
Around where?
They're on a retreat.
They ditched you.
No. Like I said, they're retreating.
From you.
This is all beside the point. Georgia Ann has come to see the importance of my spiritual guidance in the child's upbringing, and therefore invited me to live here with her.
Yeah, you and your 50 followers.
Ugh, well, I guess I can ask them, but I don't really have any control over—
You're a cult leader!
I beg your pardon?
Out.
I want you all to know I forgive you.
Well, I'll sleep better. Goodbye.
No, wait! The Whistlers found my food. After all the counseling, all the prayers, all the wisdom, all they wanted was my chicken of the sea.
All right, fine. But if you live here, you work, understand? And by work, I do not mean reading Bible tracts and praying. Work means using your hands and doing something useful.
Does changing diapers count?
Yes.
No.
I'll pick out a room. I think the one by the kitchen.
This way.
Okay. As you know, the branded enemies we've been seeing lately are part of a large, well-organized group of slavers. They're situated here, to the east. If we're gonna stand a chance against them, we need to attract more people to our side, to build a fighting force. But how do they find us? And then once they do, how do they know that we can be trusted? What I propose is this. Right here in the castle, we build an AM radio with a directional transmitter, a dish. That way we don't send the signal to the bad guys. In the message, we tell people where we are, and we invite them to come and join us. So, what do you think?
About what?
Well, the whole idea, I guess. You weren't listening, were you?
Not at all.
Build a radio, build an army. All right. So, you're gonna call a council.
No. Look, if they know that I'm planning this, they're gonna watch me like a hawk. They're never gonna say yes.
But you're telling me.
Well, I have to tell you because I can't get the parts by myself. I need your help.
I don't know. Going against the group, it's not very cool.
No, it is. It's totally cool. I'll tell them, you know, once the plan gets going and they see what a good idea it is.
What's in this for me?
What do you want?
Well, it's been a long time since, you know.
I don't.
Since I, you know.
Oh. Oh. Look, Virgil, I just had a baby.
What? I'm not talking about you. I mean women. Will this thing bring in women?
Oh. Oh, God, yes. Loads of them. Probably. Tons.
Okay. I'm in.
I'm a woman? Just one night, I'm so wiped out. A solid night's sleep will totally fix me right up.
Happy mama, happy baby, I guess.
Thank you. You're the best. Hello?
You trying to get us killed?
I don't want to startle them.
I do. You want my help? You do it my way.
Well, hello there.
Want to keep your voice down?
I don't think there's anybody here. Virgil?
I like that shirt.
Hi, I'm Georgia Ann. What's your name? My mama always said you catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
May catch more than that from that guy.
He was sweet. It was a harmless peck on the cheek.
Guy looked like a plague carrier to me.
He gave you that cute shirt. That was exactly what I needed.
You did the hard part. I'm in with the honey and all.
Tomorrow, let's try to get busy in the attic. We just have to make sure nobody else is around. Thanks. And thanks for last night, too.
I heard you and Virgil last night. Oh, don't worry. I won't tell anyone. Not if you don't want me to.
Really?
Don't think I haven't thought of the same thing myself.
You have?
Sure. With both you and Virgil. I mean, not at the same time. Probably. Anyway, word to the wise. Don't get too carried away. You just had a baby.
Virgil was gonna do all the strenuous stuff. You're really not gonna tell Arthur? I think he'd flip.
Really? You're both adults. It's none of his business if you two want to have sex.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
That is why it's called a burnt offering.
Well, quit trying to offer up our house.
Okay, you two.
This is religious discrimination.
We're going to the far field to pick beans. It's going to take us all morning.
Why can't we just do it in the attic like we said?
Arthur goes up there sometimes looking for stuff. If we put it right in the window, we can hide it behind that weird dragonfly.
Okay. I don't like ladders.
You're afraid of heights?
I'm afraid of ladders.
How do you feel about chutes? Okay, I'm sorry. Look, I'll go up.
Okay.
Okay? I just had a baby. Virgil, you're fixating on the wrong thing. The ladder is just the means to an end. You have to visualize the goal. And the goal is women.
Right. Okay.
Tell me about one of your old girlfriends.
I never had one.
Really? You've never been with any women?
No, I've been with lots of women. I just never had a girlfriend.
Well, tell me about one of them.
Okay. Veronica.
Hair color?
Brown.
Go on.
Brown and wavy. She was a society girl, you know. Almond eyes. She was totally ripped. I mean, like you could have done laundry between us, you know what I'm saying? She had these long fingers with the white tipped, you know, what is that called? French manicure. She smelled like chai tea. There was this one time we went to a warehouse party. It got crazy. This friend of hers came. And it was all like...
What? What? Boom! Look at this, look! GA?
Oh, crap. Can't believe you left me up there.
It seemed like you and Veronica needed some privacy.
It was your idea.
Let's try this, shall we?
We're on. My name is Georgia
Don't tell me
Ann.
your real name.
And I'm talking to you today because we want you to join us. You're probably wondering who we are. Just people like you, lucky enough to have made it so far. We're trying to start over. There aren't a lot of us yet, but with your help, we can create something new. A society that we can design and build together. One where our children can grow up unafraid of the... Hey, what the hell?
Too sappy.
What part?
All of it? Look, 2 words. Heat, toilet paper.
We have heat. And toilet paper.
And I'm telling you, Leviticus had nothing to do with the Blue Jean Company.
So how'd it go?
And I'm telling you, it is way too hot to go at it like that for 3 hours.
Oh, he's so cute. He looks just like my cousin. Don't tell me. I'm waiting for the right name to come to me. I don't want to be influenced by...
Cocktails!
Ah, it's a tale as old as time. Boy meets cult. Boy loses cult. Cult runs off with cannibal.
Get thee behind me.
I am behind you.
Get thee away from me then.
Cocktail? Oh, it looks great. But I probably shouldn't. I mean, with the baby and all. Wow, that really is god-awful gin.
I know. It's great, right?
Amazing.
A lot of the flock took off after the food ran out.
You seem okay with that.
It's not ours to judge. They'll be punished in the afterlife with red-hot dental hygiene tools.
Well, as long as we're not judging.
Pastor, Randy, can I interest you in something?
How about a firmament that is righteous and just?
I don't think we have that.
Don't worry about him, sweetie. He's seething with frustrated ambition.
I always admired that about you.
Man, I've been there. Sometimes fate just deals you a bum hand. No one knows why.
I know why. It's because you stole my food.
We could point fingers all day, but blame doesn't pay the rent. Look, what if I told you you could get it all back? And more.
I'm listening.
So, how many of you are left? 10. We had 12, but then Frank left without a word a few weeks ago, and right before the big luau, too. And then Tony took off to find himself and missed Kebabathon. It's too bad, too. Those kebabs were so Tony.
Oh, wow. I don't know how to break this to you, but Bob eats...
Tina! Your ketchup dip is a fan favorite. Kudos.
Thank you, Father.
Now, we've been over this. We're a first-name family.
Bob.
Now, I hate to interrupt this fellowship, but could I trouble you to whip up another batch? I'm afraid the natives will put me in the pot if they don't get your dip. Now, there's a deer.
Well, this arrangement seems to be working out for you.
They're killing me.
What?
Oh, don't get me wrong. They're a great bunch of kids, and you know I love the company, but oh, I think it's true what they say about house guests being like fish.
You make them into kebabs and eat them?
Oh, I never heard it that way.
I have a new best friend.
Oh, aren't you sweet?
Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Ruth, look at what Bob gave me just for having a baby.
No, they were just gathering dust.
You should take the baby for a minute. I'm gonna go get some formula.
Georgia Ann to Madame Curie.
You could light her milk on fire right now.
I'm deaf.
You think?
Absolutely not. Go get formula.
All right, 10 minutes.
Oh no, false alarm. I'm good. Well, hello there.
I have 2 dips here.
So periods of contraction are usually followed by aggregation, consolidation. It's just economies of scale, you know? We're growing.
Oh, sure.
The trouble with this type of environment is keeping everyone on the same page when they all have different ways of doing business. It's going to take a very strong, charismatic leader.
Let me guess. That's you.
No. See, I'm just a humble businessman just trying to scrape by. What they need is someone like you.
Cannibal? Bob?
I'm afraid so. Hard to process.
Do you think he'll have to eat his own entrails in the afterlife? No, not Bob.
What if I were to prove it to you?
I'm a zealot. By definition, I ignore factual information in favor of the worldview to which I subscribe.
Oh.
But let's give it a whirl.
Keep talking. I want to get the range on these things.
About what?
I don't know. Ask me something.
Who's the father?
Bad guy.
Yeah, but who?
They're interchangeable. If a guy is irresponsible, reckless, dangerous, all my life that's the guy who would totally... You know. Oh my god. I'm Rihanna. Well, no more. This is it. Seriously. It's a new world. It's a new me. Next time, I'm going for the smart one. The safe one. The good guy, you know? Don't I deserve the good guy? I mean, don't I?
Damn right you do.
Bob?
Yes, my dear.
Tina and I were having a talk. As a point of clarification, are you a cannibal?
I really don't care for that label. But if you mean do I occasionally consume human protein, or meef as I like to call it, well, I think you already know the answer to that is yes, so I'm not really sure what you're driving at.
Bob.
Tina, please.
It pains me to say this, but in memory of Tony and Frank, I am officially defrocking you. Stacy, tell the others. I would suggest you bring some salt and pepper to the afterlife.
Thank you.
Hey, Bob.
Frank.
Tony and I are starving. What's for dinner?
Huh.
What is the meaning of this?
It's a vigil.
We're preparing for the vesting.
No, not this. This. Who told you could... Wait. How did you get these here overnight up that hill?
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Mother Ruth.
Mother Ruth.
Holy crap.
So, please join us. But if you do, be sure not to tell a guy named Arthur about this transmission. You'll understand once... Hi, Randy.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Is the baby in the...
Sleeping.
So, do you guys maybe want to go down to the...
Kind of busy.
Maybe later.
Okay. It's cool.
I know you have traveled. You have been denied. Denied the love you deserve. No more. No more. No more. Doing?
What are you doing?
I'm leading my flock.
Your what?
My flock.
Mother Ruth led us safely from the lion's den.
Except Frank.
And Tony.
We cleave to her.
This is exactly why I didn't want to tell you about this. I knew you wouldn't take it seriously. This is like that time I tried to start an intentional community.
Commune.
You undervalued my ideas and efforts then, and you still do now.
Is that why you abandoned our marriage? To go to Indiana with the free love hippies?
That, and because you're a freaking nut job who built a wall around his barn and called it a castle.
I was right!
Well, congratulations. Now you run a commune.
Get out.
What?
Get out! 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 You two! Get out of my house!
Remind me to take away his gun.
He'll calm down. You know Arthur. He flares up, but it never lasts long. Just give him a couple hours and he'll...
Ass bag!
This is a blatant OSHA violation. But I guess this is what you get when you turn your castle over to a bunch of OSHA violators!
Need a friend?
What are you doing here?
I'm here for my...
Baby's gone. Get out.
I know. I'm only supposed to come on days with 3 syllables. But I awoke this morning with the divine presence calling to me. And here I find you in need Whoa, 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 whoa! We're not so different as you like to think, Arthur. Both of us shunned, pushed aside.
I haven't been
thrown away like yesterday's fish. And after all we've done for them, to be thrown out into the cold.
I have a castle.
You do. And so do I. Right here.
No, I mean, I actually have.
But it's a solitary monarchy. A lonely kingdom to rule in isolation. Just think how much warmer that chamber of the soul will be with two to share it. Two mighty lions
Hold on. Are you just asking to live here again?
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
How have you been?
Good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Oh, you know Mother Ruth?
Of course, of course. Yeah, for all of you, best thing. I'm really happy for you.
Really? Thanks. I know that...
How are you?
I'm good, good. Great, actually. Got a lot going on at work. Really busy. So.
It's great to see you.
Yeah, you too, you too. Well, I better get, I got a lot going on.
Sure, yeah.
Don't let us keep you.
Oh, right. Well, oh, yeah. Great to see you, yeah.
Okay.
Well, bye-bye now. Bye. See you later.
All right. So, Agnes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to work hard, 'tis a gift not to be alone like a friggin' tart. And when we work together, we can move heaven and earth and invite Adi Shakti to the Savior's birth.
You miss Kat? Nobody likes change. But this isn't necessarily bad. You're not losing an ex-wife, you're gaining a cult. Look, Arthur, we need this. We need community if we're going to rebuild. And isn't that what we want? To rebuild something better than we had before? Not to get all biblical, but this is kind of like the flood. And in a weird way, you're our Noah.
You ready to talk?
It was all food. I had so much to offer, but they just wanted my franks and beans.
I'd like to show you something.
Is that flour?
Ask and ye shall receive.
What the hell just happened? Anybody in there?
What do you want?
Hi. Nate Kinney. You know, Kinney's kittycatworld.com.
What is it?
Heat stroke, I think.
Hi, Nate Kinney.
Oh my god! Open the gate! Open the gate! Oh my god, come in! Come in! Arthur, this is Nate. Virgil!
Do you know each other?
No.
Well, I was walking by and smelled the smoke from your cook fire.
Who's cooking?
Virgil!
Why, I thought I would introduce myself and see if I could throw my lot in with yours.
We're full.
Don't be silly. There are lots of unoccupied farmhouses around here Nate could settle into.
And who's this little one?
Don't ask. She's waiting for him to name himself. Now about this settling business.
What? Virgil, this is Nate. He wants to join us.
He's dude.
Kenny's kitty. Oh, that damn jingle is going to be in my head all week.
Hey, do you think you might be able to get me and Virgil some alone time today?
Again? This has been going on for weeks. How serious is this thing getting? Oh, honey, this is not a good idea.
Why? Because he's not smart enough for me?
No, it's not that.
Really? Because I'm a Mensa member.
I just don't want you getting hurt. And Virgil is... Well, I just don't see him as the permanent type.
What do you mean permanent?
Do you know Freud?
Mensa.
I'm not sure Virgil has a super ego, you know? I think he might be all id. I'm sure that's fun, but is that someone you want to build a life with?
I think you underestimate him.
Really? I mean, aside from the obvious, what does Virgil have that would make him a good partner?
Well, he's great with the baby. I never would have predicted that. Diapers, late nights, crying jags.
We all help with the baby.
He's protective as hell of me, which I know I complain about, but I don't know. Don't we all want that at some level? Really? Someone to stand by us, defend us.
But is that...
And I know he's not a genius or anything, but he really gets me. I can completely be myself around him. And he's a good... Oh, God.
What's the matter?
This is not a good idea. This was a good idea.
My name is Georgia Ann, and this message is for you.
Well, I guess we don't need to clear everybody out anymore, huh?
What? Why?
The MP3 player. I mean, you can just stick that under the couch, wham bam. Kind of figure that's why you got it.
No, that wasn't... God, I can't believe I'm gonna... Virgil?
Shh. Listen. Listen. Whoa! Veronica!
Virgil?
Small world.
The Brands ambushed us in Romulus. I'm all that's left.
How many did you lose?
From the old crowd, just Angie Morris and Two-Bite. I'm headed southwest, maybe Texas. They can't have used up all the ammo down there.
That's what they said about Michigan.
So you're not staying?
Maybe for a few days. Can't pass up a chance to see Footloose.
Footloose?
Don't even think about it.
How many of these brands would you say there are?
Enough. I was surprised to find you guys here. This place is such a soft target.
Soft target?
Just a
We've
minute.
defended this wall for 2 years.
Wow. It's a good thing all the ladders were used up in the crash.
Yeah, and your method is clearly working better. Did I just defend Arthur?
We haven't lost a soul in 12 months.
And even before then, it was always...
What? Just the Expendables?
No. I mean... Virgil.
Nice friends you got here. Thanks for the meal.
Come on, V, hold up.
It's all right. Last thing we need is more mouths to feed.
Idiots.
I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. Georgia Ann. Listen, I'm sorry you lost your friends. But that's why we're doing this. To prevent that from happening again. We have the chance to build something new and good here, and the thing is, you sitting on the side sneering at everyone just isn't helping morale. So if you're going to stay, why not pitch in? Help out. What did you do before the fall? You've probably got some sort of skills that would be an asset.
I was an MD PhD candidate.
Okay, so you're smart.
What did you do? No, wait, let me guess. Airline stewardess. Nope. Cheerleader.
Actually, I was doing 20 to life in federal prison. So you can see why I'm pretty psyched about a new start. These are good people here. We could be friends. But we don't have to be. Bye.
You ought to run.
From what?
For president.
President? For a community this size? We don't need one.
He thinks we do.
Welcome, brothers and sisters of my constituency. You are all welcome in my sight.
Actually, I'll take the bread if that's all right.
Oh, sure. Plenty more where that came from when I'm president.
Where did you get this bread?
Patience is a virtue, my son. So if you'd like to go to the back
Where
of the...
did you get it?
Divine providence.
God is a campaign donor?
Mysterious ways and all that. Next.
You do realize, Pastor, that bribery is usually considered immoral by moral people?
Oh, that's rich. Being called immoral by someone who refuses the homeless, even when he has the means to succor them.
Actually, he's been pretty nice.
Yeah, he gave my family some raspberries.
Okay, come here. Look, I've been through a lot lately.
Wow. Go on, please.
I have a mission before me. I know your faith is non-existent, but I have seen my purpose. I am going to lead, and God has given me the means to persuade my future flock.
So you decided to engineer an election, run unopposed, and bribe people for votes?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the term delusion of grandeur?
Oh, you do understand.
Someone put you up to this, didn't they?
What? No. I was inspired by...
And your inspiration was?
Someone who understands what motivates people.
Thank you.
No, wait! Don't tell him I told you!
Oh, we're behind.
We're behind?
Yeah, isn't that what I just said?
Well, you want to take over? I haven't had a break in... I haven't had a break.
Okay, I get it. What the hell does Jeff do anyway? Who needs strategy? Who needs leadership? Look, every bun that comes out of that oven is like a loan, and loans have to be repaid. Get it?
No. Can I eat one?
No. You know the drill.
Hello, Mr. Laporte. Good to see you again.
Where's Jeff?
Mr. Kozlowski is in his office, but he might be indisposed at the moment. Please, come in. I will see if he's available.
See?
Please, feel free to have a seat. Would you like a glass of spring water?
No, just tell Jeff that we're taking the flower.
I'll have a spring water.
I'll be right back. We don't have any.
You shouldn't offer something you don't have.
Mr. Kozlowski will see you now.
What?
He said Mr. Laporte only.
Bullshit.
No, it's okay. Virgil, you can wait here. This is how diplomacy works.
You trust this guy?
No. If anything happens, go ahead and kill everyone.
Okay.
Bob's Gin is not the best I've ever had, but it has one thing going for it. It exists. You want one?
No.
Sure?
Yes.
To yourself. Cheers. Ah, God, that is horrible. So, what can I do for you, Arthur?
Where'd you get the flower?
You asked that as if I'm under some sort of obligation to tell you.
No, just figured you want to try and negotiate.
Negotiate what?
You're hoarding a vital resource. I'm going to confiscate it and distribute it equally.
You saw Randy doing his Lone Messiah act.
Of course.
So you realize I'm already distributing the flower. I've even added value by turning it from a raw material into an edible product, otherwise known as bread. Not bad, huh? And free for all.
Yeah, but with strings attached.
What strings?
This whole election nonsense.
Oh, no, that's the best part. I'm adding some feeling of stability and direction. I've done some informal market research, and people are getting a little tired of the chaotic nature of your commune.
Okay, first of all, it's not a commune. Second of all, it's not mine. We're all individuals. We all look out for ourselves.
It is still your house, though, right?
Yes, it's my house.
Arthur, take a look out there. Tell me what you see.
People.
See, I see needs and desires. Do you think those airhead cultists ditched Randy because he's a loon? No, they did it because he couldn't feed them anymore. People want to be led, it's in their genes, but if the leader can feed them as well, they'll do anything he asks.
So you're making Randy president so you can be what? King?
No, so that you can be king.
What are you talking about?
Well, the real power rests with you. The castle.
It's a barn.
No. Castle is perfect. It's brilliant marketing. See, the fact of the matter is, you were the smart one. You saw all of this coming. You fortified, you prepared, and what happened? They all came crawling looking for help, didn't they?
They are expected to work in return.
That is what I'm talking about. They called you a nut for years, and it turns out you're right. Don't you deserve some appreciation for that? Look, they get food and protection and shelter, and they work for you in return.
What do you get out of this?
Well, I don't know that much about politics, but products, on the other hand, are a different story. So I'm thinking, you handle guns, and I'll handle butter.
And what keeps them from getting tired of me and sending me to the guillotine?
Oh, that's what President Randy's for. I mean, he enforces the law, because we're all equal before the law, of course, right? But he also answers all the hard questions, takes all the bullets when things go south, and then we get a new one.
I think they're smarter than you give them credit for. They'll figure it out.
So, knowing something and doing something about it are two very different things. They will work when we tell them to, they will fight when we tell them to, and they will vote when we tell them to. They've been doing it their whole lives. Or you can just stay the old man yelling at the kids to get off his lawn.
I appreciate your candor.
So I'll take that as a, I'll think about it?
Take it any way you want.
I feel sorry for the horse.
Virgil, I'm gonna need some backup.
You heard the man.
Back up.
Bring that wheelbarrow to the door. Let's fill it up.
No, guys, it's okay. It's all right. Don't attack. I'm a little disappointed, I have to say. No worries, though. I'll just be expecting all this back when our new president's in office.
Not if I can help it.
I don't really see what you're going to be able to do about it.
Plenty. Since I'm going to be president, I'm running.
Oh, why do you hate me? Oh, you're fed. You're changed. Oh, you need to sleep. I need to sleep. Okay, we're just gonna clean that up later. Yes, we are. Yes, we
No. We're running low on antiseptic, so if you just want your wounds to fester, then I'm gonna. Yeah.
Son of a!
Looking good, Mr. President.
This collar is binding.
Well, of course it is. The necktie is a symbol of your mortality.
Do I need that?
No. But nobody ever voted for a guy who wears his pajamas all the time. You look sharp.
Why am I so nervous?
Just stick to the vernacular. What are we talking about? Words to avoid.
Blessing, tithing, anointing, cursing, scrying, genuflecting, and moist.
Words to embrace.
Partnering, leading, cooperating, dialoguing, and progress.
Good. Wait. I just hit you with the stupidest idea you have ever heard.
Interesting. Let's discuss that.
You're ready.
Greetings, my people.
Oh, we're screwed.
I thought I told you what I'd do if you ever came into my house uninvited again.
I can see you're angry, but Randy said...
Randy does not live here!
What the hell are you doing?
He's not dead. I don't think.
Brands are patrolling the woods and you decide it's a good idea to have a party?
It's technically not a party, it's a campaign kickoff.
I could hear the noise from the pond.
It wasn't my idea. I'm socially awkward in crowds.
Where's Virgil?
The last time I saw him, he was challenging people to try to knock him out.
Arthur, get out there. A lot of effort went into planning this rally. The least you can do is show up for it. I trust you about as far as I can.
Oh.
What are you doing back there?
What am I doing back here?
Hey, make yourself useful. Run to Bob's. In his pantry, in the bottom right, grab the 2 jars of capers.
See, Veronica? You okay?
It's starting to rain.
Okay.
What if the food gets wet?
What if?
I need Jeff.
See, Veronica? Ruth looked really upset. I had to go...
Forget about Ruth. I want to talk to you.
About what?
I'm leaving. Why don't you come with me?
To Texas?
Why not? Beats flying solo. Just think. You, me, A long, bumpy road. I could use you. You could use me.
Whoa, hey, V.
What?
It's just, I've got people now.
You've got to be kidding me. Your people think you're an idiot, a meat shield. They'll never take you seriously.
It's not true.
No? When they make their big plans, do they ask, hey, what do you think, Virgil?
Well, to be fair,
Or do they already have a spot picked out for you in the garden? Face it, Footloose. You used to be a star. Now you're just supporting cast. Good luck.
Yeah, you too. Hey.
Hey.
Starting to kind of hate that radio.
I'll get it.
Thank you all for coming out to share your thoughts on our community. It's important to me in my campaign that you know that I and my campaign know how important your thoughts are to me. Now, who would like to testify?
So, how do you plan to handle food distribution? Like, some of us are working really hard. What about these other people come along later and want a free ride?
Uh-huh. Great point. What else?
Is there going to be an equal balance of power, or is this pretty much just going to be a dictatorship?
Good, good. What else?
I was promised heat and toilet paper.
Uh-huh, good. Wait, did you say heated?
Toilet paper? What idiot promised you that?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Well, resource management is a key item we need to address. I've written up a graduated plan for labor output to resource income, but we need to allow flexibility in deployment, and I'll need everyone to weigh in on the allocation model.
Well,
I mean, none of us want to go back to the old way of letting someone else make all the decisions so we can self-righteously sit back and gripe about it, right?
You want heated toilet paper? We can deliver.
So, I hear you have an organized foraging program.
Great question. Was that a question? Ah, yes, you, the eager one.
What about defense? Is there going to be some kind of early warning system, or...
If elected, I plan to appoint Arthur's thug to that position.
Hey, is it true that he and your ex has a thing, or is she available?
Anyone else?
I just want to say I really think it shows your transparency that you're out here speaking with all of us instead of just courting around the voting power block.
The what now?
Well, yeah, that cult's going to decide the election for sure.
You and I haven't always been close.
We're still not.
And that's my fault.
No, it's mutual.
My point is, you're a very capable woman. I admire that about you.
You do?
I do. And I'm not the only one that notices, obviously. You have a sweetly dominating way about you. It's different from my own style, I admit, but it's very effective. No, let me finish. Given my current situation, I would welcome you to dominate me.
Listen, weirdo.
What did I say? I just want you to vote for me.
What?
The cult will vote how you vote. You own the election.
Really?
That's why it's called a flock.
So, what do I get in exchange for these votes?
Secretary of Agriculture.
What?
Randy offered me full authority over food production and distribution.
Congratulations. You're a sellout.
You self-righteous! How long did it take for you to ditch your pure democracy ideals?
What? The only reason I'm running is to keep Jeff from turning this whole community into his own personal money pit.
Please, you always wanted to run everything, control everything.
I just wanted to control my own life.
Our life. It was our life.
Until you ran out on it.
I ran out after you ran in.
What?
In here. And in here.
I have issues.
Yeah, I have issues with your issues. You sure blew past them fast enough when Kat needed you. Where were you when I needed you?
You never needed me. It was always some new adventure with you, and I was the fuddy-duddy who had to make sure all the practical things got done.
No one
You
made
wanted
you
a
do that but
business
you.
manager.
I just wanted a partner.
I'm scared, Ruth.
Of what?
I don't want people looking to me to tell them what to do. I hide behind majority rules, but the truth is, I just don't want to be responsible for other people's lives. Those graves in the garden, they weigh on me.
I know.
It should be you.
Maybe I'll run next year. I know what you meant. We were always good at this part.
We were, weren't we?
Let's not decide on anything just yet.
The bad days are behind us. It's time to move forward into the shining of a new dawn, with the grace of God lighting our path forward. It's time for new beginnings, promises fulfilled. And we can do it together.
I don't want to be president. Anyone who does probably shouldn't be allowed to run. Being president means making and taking the blame for hard decisions no one else has to make. We're brand new. We have a lot of work to do. I don't want to be president, but I'm willing to be.
Yeah! Huh? What?
Okay, here's how the voting works. Everybody has a pebble. We're gonna pass around these 2 cans. Put your pebble in the can of the person you want to be president. When you're done, just pass them back up. What's the final tally? First president of the Irish Hills Collective is Pastor Randy.
Woohoo! Oh, yes!
They're coming.
In light of the recent development, I call for a revote. Show of hands. Who votes for Arthur? Arthur, what are we going to do?
Cat? Cat.
It's okay, it's okay, it's me. It's okay. It's okay.
They're coming.
Who?
How long was I out? They'll be here any minute.
You were just out for a few minutes. You're dehydrated and exhausted. Just take a moment.
We don't have a moment.
I'll bar the gate. Get everybody armed up.
Virgil! Please.
But we have the numbers now, the settlers.
Are they good?
They're coming along.
Are they good? These people are, and they're right behind me.
How did they find us?
Her.
Stop.
Get out of my way.
Hit me if you want to, but don't hit that.
Brought death to our door with that thing.
So we know they're listening. This is Georgia Ann. We have just learned there is an enemy force coming our way. Everyone should report to the castle immediately. Bring weapons. Repeat. Enemies approaching. Report to the castle immediately. We'll hide here. Fight if we have to.
That'll bring them in.
So what are we really going to do?
Separate into as many groups as we can, head out in different directions, stick to the roads so we don't leave tracks.
Where do we rendezvous?
No rendezvous.
If they catch one of us, they will get it out of them. Trust me.
You're on board with this?
Yes.
President Arthur, the castle builder? You're going to run?
Some things are more important.
What about the settlers?
I'll talk to them. They'll see sense.
So this is it? It's all over?
No. We'll find each other eventually. It just may take some time.
God will give us a sign.
Sure.
Questions?
Who goes with who?
Arthur and me.
Virgil and me. Virgil.
Yeah. We should take Randy, too.
Really?
He's good with the baby.
I'll take the cult. My friends. And Bob, too, probably.
Okay, let's get going.
Hey. It was good knowing you.
You shut up with that.
We don't have a lot of time, so I'll make this brief. I thought you left.
Can we talk about this on the road? I didn't leave you.
Virgil, come on. What are you doing?
Leaving a little surprise.
We have to go.
Randy's right. Forget it.
You guys get started without me. I'll meet you by the creek. 10 minutes.
Virgil.
10 minutes.
Goodbye.
Where the hell is he?
As thugs go, he's very unreliable.
Georgia Ann. In your pack, right pocket.
Virgil, quit screwing around. We have to get out of here.
Yeah. About that.
You get over here. Now.
It's not enough time.
You don't know that.
I got a feeling.
But you said you were setting a trap. You were just setting a trap.
Mensa. I am the trap.
That's not a trap, that's an ambush.
Semantics. You and Randy better get moving.
Listen to the ow!
Don't worry about me. I'm the good guy.
You are the good guy. Virgil!
Step right up, motherfuckers.
Enough! Where's the rest? Down there?
Okay. Trivia time. What do you get when you shake up a box of flour? Nobody? Plan B.
What happened?
I don't know.
Virgil! Virgil!
Keep moving.
Randy.
Well, where are we going? No, let me guess. Iowa.
We're not going to Iowa.
Well, I'm not married to it. How do you feel about Utah?
We're going to find our friends, then we're going to get our home back.
Sure, that works too. I'll take the baby.
He has a name. It's Virgil.
Oh. Okay. Like Saint Virgil, who drove the potato bugs out of Bavaria. I gotcha. Nice. Catchy.
Get your stuff. We have work to do.